Conchita, thank you again so much for taking time to do an interview with me today on behalf of the American INFE Fan Club. I am personally a really big fan of yours, and I'm really hoping that you do well in the 2014 selection for Eurovision. So, best of luck to you. The thing that I want to talk about before we go into Eurovision, what have you been up to since your Eurovision debut, career-wise? What have you been working on?
Well, first of all, of course, on the song, and this was a very long process because I'm interested in so many different music directions. So, but I made a decision, and now we're working on the song, and yeah, this is the most important thing that I do since
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah. And what made you decide to come back to Eurovision? What was your driving force?
because I haven't been there.
So
I just wanted, I just wanted to be part of the Eurovision Song Contest, and the first time it didn't work out. So of course I had to do it again.
absolutely. Well, again, we're hoping the best for you in this selection. And can you tell us a little bit about your song, or is it still kind of under wraps?
Well, it's a bit of a secret still, but I can tell you that it's gonna be a big song, and there are sparkling diamonds involved on my dress, and well, in this kind of direction.
Okay, because you have a very big voice, as we all know. I think that is going to be amazing. Um, so, we have a few questions that I'd like to ask you from our Eurovision INFE fans from around the United States. The first is from Tyler Alvarado from Houston, Texas. And his question is, who is your biggest inspiration for your style?
My style, well, that's a good one because I'm obsessed with Victoria Beckham.
Victoria Beckham.
Yeah, and she's dressing very boyish these days, and that's why it's so hard for me to copy her because otherwise I just look like a boy with long hair. So, but still, she's just a style icon. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, she's definitely really up there in terms of fashion and style. The next question I have is from Melissa Kasher from Eldridge, Iowa. And, before I discuss this question, there's been a lot of talk about Eurovision and countries that might be perceived as homophobic and whether or not they should participate due to Eurovision's large LGBT viewership. Her question is, do you think Eurovision will help change the way the LGBT community will be accepted in the world?
Well, I think it's one opportunity to discuss this topic. And I will do the very best that I can to change something. And, I think we all should, open our minds and spread our beliefs. So, well, yeah, I give the very best that I can, and I'm going to tell you to Europe.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts about, I suppose, Russia participating? Because there's been a lot of coverage with the Olympics and the anti-gay legislation that specifically targets LGBTQ people. Do you think that there should be a distinction from the contest operating as this is a song contest, people should just have fun, versus it becoming too political and people focusing on issues that are happening in those countries?
Well, I think the Eurovision Song Contest, first of all, a music event. And this is the most important thing why we are there. But, of course, they have to, well, not they. It's just personal for me, the opportunity to talk to people and I don't think that the people from the Eurovision Song Contest, the producers and all this whole thing, should concentrate on specific laws, maybe them from Russia. But I think they should just spread tolerance in general, and they just should stand as this huge event for human rights and for tolerance. So I don't want to focus that much just on Russia, or there are things going on everywhere.
Yeah, because I guess the concept of the contest is to bring people together regardless of those differences and obviously political entanglings.
Totally. I think it should really keep political things aside. As you said, it's just, coming together.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming together. The next question I have is from Julio Moscoso from Brentwood, New York. And he asks, what is your favorite Eurovision song of all time and from previous years?
Well, that's the easy one. 1988, my queen, Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And she is one of the, I guess, most recognizable names outside of the contest, even today in the United States. Although a lot of Americans don't know that she participated in Eurovision.
Oh, me neither. I heard that in the age of 12, I knew the song contest and I knew Celine Dion, but I didn't know that she actually won that thing. So that's great.
Yeah, and you could be next. All right, along those lines, just for getting involved in the contest and I guess musical acts, what was the hardest thing about becoming part of the business and just jumping in?
The hardest thing, well, I think getting a bit of fame isn't that hard these times. I think you can be recognized on YouTube and doing stuff anyway. So I think getting fame is not that hard. If you want to get famous, you get famous in any way. But staying and getting the chance to share your beliefs and share your music and share your art, this is the other thing. And that you can stay for years is the next step. So I think there are hard times in front of me.
Yeah.
You have to survive, and even if you even if you share, you have to do things. Yeah.
And have you had people that have helped you along the way, or mentors outside of Eurovision or in Eurovision that have helped you?
Yes, of course. I have a wonderful team surrounding me. I ask for opinions all the time. I ask my friends and my management and everyone, and this is very important for me. But in the end of the day, I do it the way I want.
Yeah, and I think you've been doing it in an amazing way, the way that you've been doing it. All right. The next question I have is from Mike Kimmel from Rochester, New York. And he asks, would you ever come to the U.S. to perform? And he also emphasizes that we would really love to meet you. I know that I would.
Come to the United States, and I want to see New York. I've never been to New York before, and I think I am a New York girl. I think.
Yeah, I could see you. I think you're New Yorker at heart. I think you could rule the city with a fabulous fist.
But there are some queens.
Yes.
In New York, so I think I'm gonna start at a very low level.
All right. The next question I have is from Misha Raber from St. Louis, Missouri. And Misha asks, what does Eurovision mean to you? It's kind of a broad question, but what does the contest mean to you?
As I mentioned, I used to watch it with my mom as far as and I can remember. So there are childhood memories,
Hmm.
and I always dreamed to be on this stage and be on this huge, huge event, you know. And so for me personally, it's just, and as a musician, of course, it's a big, big milestone in my career.
Hmm.
And on the other hand, there, as I said, there is this huge opportunity to really reach many people,
Hmm.
to maybe turn some minds, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And do you think the contest has been able to, I guess, have an effect for countries that are, um, facing certain issues, or people that haven't discovered the contest but have learned about, I guess, its general message?
Well, I hope that there is, you know, even if you're not a fan, or even if you don't really know what the Eurovision Song Contest is all about, I hope that the message itself will spread, because it's a good one. And I think the main topic this year is join us, so
Mhm.
it speaks for itself.
Yeah, that actually segues into my next question from Kevin Holmes in Centerville, Virginia. And he asks, Dear Conchita, how would you use your song to influence positively the positions of governments in Russia, Nigeria, and Uganda to improve the lives of LGBT citizens? And we kind of touched on this earlier, but how would you use your song as a tool to kind of affect the things that are happening in those places now?
What I can say about the song is that um, what I want to say with this song is that even if you have a tough time, and even if you're going through awful things, just stay strong and believe that it's getting better.
Hmm.
And this is a story I, how can I say? I also, I also got through all these kind of things. You know, we all did.
Hmm.
If it's a bad relationship, or being a teenager and bullied in school, you know, there are just tough times, and just stay focused and believe in yourself, and everything's getting better. So
Hmm.
hopefully this is a message that many people will hear and believe, so that they just stay strong and fight for their beliefs, and everything's getting better.
Hmm. Very good. And Javier asks, all participants want to win the Eurovision Song Contest. But be that as it may, what are what are your obligations as an artist to perform particularly well for your country, or I guess the demands to do really well?
Um, that's that's a good question, because everybody asks me if I want to win. We all want to win.
Hmm.
That's why we are there. And but on the other hand, I think every musician or every artist would agree on that you are your biggest, you know, your biggest critic, and I'm so tough for myself. You know, nothing is good enough for
Hmm.
me, and I want to be the best. And I just watch my videos, and I think, oh my God, I should have done that better, and this is not good.
Hmm.
And I really hope that I go off this stage and I can say to myself, I'm
Hmm.
proud. I'm proud what I did. And this for me would be the biggest gift.
Okay. Well, that's really, I think that the gift that you have given so many of us in the contest is evidence of that, just through your presence and just your amazing talent. So thank you for your gift. To wrap things up, our last question is from Andrew Findelman from Flower Mound, Texas. And Andrew has this question. Having the unique and great appearance that you have, what has been the reaction of people when going out in different countries?
Enough. And I have to say, you you must have forgotten when I
Mhm.
traveled to, let's say, Spain or whatever. They booked
Mhm.
me, and they want me to see. You know, they want me. And so I just got the best moments ever. And I met so nice people. So of course they're nice because they want me there. So that's I just can answer it that way, because I think that there are people who may not like me. They are everywhere, you know. And so till now, everything was great.
Well, that wraps up the questions that I have. Are there any other things that you want to share with your fans? Anything like what you'll be wearing for the big night of the show, and anything else about your song that you want to share?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you all out there, because, come on, it's America. And I'm sitting here in this little Vienna, and you were asking me from Texas and New York and everywhere. I'm just overwhelmed, and this is a really big thing for me. And first of all, thank you for that.
Very welcome.
And, well, you know what I want to say is, even if you have a beard, and I know there are many bearded sisters in the United States, I know that, and you can reach anything you want. And I think that's the most important thing, that everybody knows that you are perfect in any way. And this is such an important thing, especially nowadays. So this is my message from my heart, and I will do everything I can on this side of the lake. And if you want me to come to the United States, I will do the same over there.
Start booking. All right. Well, Conchita, I wish you the best in the upcoming Austrian selection. I'm definitely going to watch myself. And I hope that you are the introvert for Austria, and that you succeed further on in the contest and just in your career. Thank you so much for your time and for taking the opportunity to speak with your American fans. And thank you for being so fabulous. Thank you for the never-ending gift.
Have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.